Right, guys, how's it going? I hope everyone's doing okay, and welcome to my modest channel. I thought I would just show off what uh, the idea that I did yesterday. And by the way, it's not financial advice. It's just what I did. I'm a stupid person. Don't take my words for anything. But I'm just saying from my own opinion that this is kind of safe because what I'm going to use is Pancake Swap and Arbitrum one chain. So I found using from the years of crypto staking that Arbitrum one is really fast and the gas fees are not high. I may be wrong, like there might be other chains, but I just because there is a specific liquidity pool which I will mention now. So the idea is staking Ethereum and Bitcoin. Yeah. So you are not, I'm not, so I'm not telling you to stake or to put money on some new rubbish token or, uh, some scam shit or Ponzi shit. Okay, we are using two main successful crypto tokens. I mean, or coins, like whatever. Because some people, they say, I don't know, they pimp for new tokens, and those tokens, I actually checked them out, and they are all going down in, yeah, they are all scams. So the idea is there is a liquidity pool on PancakeSwap, which is that one here. Oh, let me just adjust the stupid camera. Oh my God. So yeah, so this liquidity pool here. So it's on the Arbitrum One network. It is the WBTC, WETH, which is the wrapped Bitcoin on the Ethereum. Yeah, I think on the Ethereum or Arbitrum. Yeah, Ethereum, I think Ethereum network. And don't give attention to WETH because you can just use this pool accepts ETH directly. So it is actually WBTC and ETH because yeah, the bot would be actually a little bit yeah. So the bot would actually be confused, and this is one of the problems. That's why I don't take any responsibility. I say I'm not responsible. You should actually try it with very small amount of money at first, at the start, to see how it works, and try it multiple times to stake and unstake, and then you should, no, not you should, I mean, and then after that you should consider if yes or no that you should actually invest it. So the idea is, again, as I mentioned, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two only safe. I know they are volatile, they go up and down in the price, but they are relatively not Ponzi. They are not just under the stairs uh, crappy project, and they are not like Polymarket, depending on Polygon or Matic or Pol. Like they are using ETH for gas fees, which is Ethereum for the people who are not into crypto, and they are using Bitcoin. WBTC is the pegged one-to-one ratio of Bitcoin on the Ethereum network. It is actually like the chances of actually like losing your money on WBTC is very small. As far as I know, like don't take my words for granted. Like anyone, don't take anybody's words for granted. Again, you should actually like ignore WETC, WETH because it does accept ETH. So this pool is WBTC ETH, and the idea is, I will show you on the screen. If you try to add liquidity here, and then you choose, for fuck's sake, just wait for the stupid internet. So, and you choose here the minimum range, you would get very high APR. And that's like, sometimes it reaches over 1000 APR. By the way, that APR is actually in two things, because the bot would actually can actually gets confused. It might stake on the liquidity pool, and it will get liquidity pool fees, which are very good, but it should also stake on the farm. So if the bot did not stake on the farm, you should tell it to do so. Like I said, you can get a lot of error. You can lose your money because the stupid bot, I use Gemini, and it is highly stupid. It is highly stupid, as I mentioned. I assume Claude would be a little bit smarter. Like, I don't know why it's stupid. As I mentioned before in a video, I think AI tries to make any trading project fail deliberately, to an extent that I told Gemini to copy. So every time he does a proper bot that is running good, I tell it to back it up to a new directory. Because what happens is, after I make any modifications, after I tell it like fix blah blah blah, it actually destroys my project. So I always tell it to back up if the bot is running successfully. And I actually tell it, you are deliberately destroying my project. For some reason, I have no idea. I'm assuming, since it does seem smart, I'm assuming it is deliberately attacking anything to do with trading or making money, which I don't see is wrong in any way, to be honest. Again, no one is playing with the prices of exchanges. I mean, the New York exchange or the Asian or whatever. No one is playing with that. So so like whatever you do is all, it should be all correct. Unlike this rabbit trap device that says that it is money laundering. Anyways, so as you saw, like when you put the range to 0.1%, you get very high APR. But the problem is, so I used to do it manually. So anyways, I need to actually to complete what I was going to say. So this APR actually, if you click on the calculator, would be um, divided into farming rewards, which is in cake, and I disabled that in the calculator to see. So if for $100, it may, what the fuck is that? I don't know. Okay, one for 1 day, staked for 1 day. So this is the daily APR. 2 point, so $2.50 for $100. That's a lot of money. But the problem is that it will, yeah, I need to actually to say this. So this APR comes in two forms, in forms of WBTC fees, which is like a small amount of fees when people put money on these liquidity pool. You get a percentage of whatever crap they are doing, and for the Ethereum as well. And then you get the farming as well. So this is why when you hover over this thing, it shows you farm APR and liquidity pool fee APR. So again, the bot needs to actually to stake I'm talking about my personal experience. It first is, staked it into the liquidity pool and told me it is staked. I told it, no, this is not staked. You need to stake it into the farm as well, into Pancake Swap farm. Again, it's not easy. Like, you need a lot of, uh, especially if you are going to use Gemini. But the idea is that using this range 0.1 to get the maximum APR, it would fall out of range a lot. So what I was doing manually is I was unstaking and then staking back the money. And this requires calculations. I don't mind, pressing the button and running, but when you are actually like entering the WBTC and ETH, as you can see, it's already on ETH, as I mentioned, it already accepts. Yeah, the problem is when you are actually calculating here the ratio between this and this one. So the bot would actually calculate it automatically. So I tell it, you need to keep a reserve fees for the gas fees like $10, not to touch them. And if they fall under $10, you need to top to elevate them again to $10, and then put all the rest of the funds into the liquidity pools, into this liquidity pool, I mean. So it's already like after a lot of trial and error, but not that much, like only one night, it did work. So yes, it did only like keep the $10 of the gas fees, and it did stake all the funds in WBTC and ETH successfully. I have no idea like how it did fix it. I have to talk like that because there is a lot of mistakes that the bot does. So at the start, by example, it did send my funds to the BSC contract, smart contract, and I lost the money. So yeah, so like it was on the Arbitrum network, and it sent the money to the Binance Smart Chain address and not the Arbitrum address. Yeah, so expect things like that at the start. That's why I'm telling you, you should tell it to back up the bot each time. And it should actually have like multiple bots for this project. Because yeah, I noticed that those bots are very, very like trivial. They do trivial work. Yeah, like not a lot of people what they say that are AI and the bot. No, no, it's not doing anything useful. Like believe me. Like for this kind of for this project, I think you need like three bots. One of them is called the executor, and the other one is like to monitor the situation, the funds, and another one to monitor the gas fees. Yet again, just to go back to the point. So the idea is when it falls out of range, the bot would automatically restake. So unstake. And by the way, I noticed that the bot clicks on take collect earnings, and that is gas fees for nothing. I know I already when you already unstake, you get already your earnings. So that was actually one of the mistakes the bot was making, and I told it no, just unstake, and you would find the ease and the cake and the WBTC going into the account, the wallet. And then what happens is after it unstakes, it should move back all the WBTC to ETH and the cakes as well to ETH, and then recalculate, not to execute directly, like because it can actually try to execute and you would find yourself paying gas fees. You should tell it to first calculate what ratio is needed for WBTC and ETH. And then it does the buying of the WBTC, and then it stakes using the 0.1% range. So this is the idea, is that the bot would actually keep reinvesting, not reinvesting, restaking again. So unstaking when it falls out of range, when it's not active. So if you don't know what I mean, like if it's not within the range of 0.1%, the ticker, the ticks, whatever the price range, it would be inactive. And inactive means you don't get any APR. So the bot would unstake, take the money, or the tokens, I mean, and then put them back again into the liquidity pool and the farm, and then you would get the same around 1000% APR. So it keeps doing that, doing that, doing that. So that would make it, again, don't take my words. This is just, I'm just stupid. Just don't take my word, because I don't know like what would happen with a lot of money. I mean, the idea seems to be really good. I mean, if you have, let me check, if you have like 10, well, okay, like $10,000. Uh, so, and you stake them for 1 day, that's $182 per day. So if you divide them to like per hour or per 30 minutes or per 15 minutes, that would actually give a lot of money that to compensate for the gas fees. Because some people would say there is a gas fee and there are fees that but you can also tell the bot, like in my case, I already told it, if the gas fees are over 30 cents, do not execute. And I already told the bot, because at the start it tried to execute a lot of transactions, and I wasted all the money on gas fees for nothing because of the stupid Gemini bot. I told it execute only once and wait for a confirmation, because this is not, the bot expects, again, as I mentioned, those bots are stupid as fuck. They are like 1985 computers. Yeah, they're not smart. Believe me. That's why you need like a lot of multiple bots to save the situation. So you need multiple bots, like 3 bots and a dashboard to keep you up to date with what's happening. And yeah, so sometimes when I was staking manually, I found that the gas fees would be like $1, I mean. So yeah, I told the bot, no, if you find the gas fees are over 30 cents, do not wait and do not stake, or do not do the transaction. And it actually put on my dashboard the gas fees, the current gas fees, and keeps updating it regularly. So yes, so this is the idea. I'm only giving the idea. I don't know about the, again, I tried like with $50, and at the start I lost because of the stupid bot sending to the wrong address, the router address. Yeah, but when it eventually corrects It doesn't correct itself. You need to correct it manually. You need to enter, like to tell it uh, when it gets on track. You should back up the project, the bot, into a separate directory, because again, as I mentioned, Gemini, at least Gemini, will try to destroy the bot and this project. Believe me, I I've been I've been doing this for like at least a month now, every day doing bots, and I found that it fucks up the dashboard, everything. It changes. I tell it, why are you changing the layout of the dashboard? I didn't tell you to do so. And when you tell it to undo what it did, it's not, it doesn't bring it back to what it was. So that's why I'm saying you should tell it to back up every step. Anyways, this is the idea. So like, I'm not sure if it is. I think theoretically it should be profitable. Uh, it did work, not in terms of profit, as I mentioned, because I didn't try it with a proper amount of money because of the gas fees. So because of the gas fees, you would actually, like, if you have a small amount of money, you would pay a lot of gas fees. So not a lot. I mean, like the amount of earnings, like for $50, you would get like 20 cents, and you pay gas fees like over 60 cents, so you would lose. But if you have like proper amount of money somehow ish, I think it would be profitable. That's just my stupid opinion. I'm not giving any advice. But the bottom line of this is that this liquidity pool uses Bitcoin and Ethereum. It does not use any stupid, any Ponzi, any scam tokens, and it does not use scam exchanges. This is PancakeSwap. For me, this is like the most, if not the only, actually, the only safe, decentralized exchange that I could think of. Yeah. Yeah, and of course there are actually other ideas that could be done, like, but it's kind of like, it's for the person doing this, like, to be creative. So if he's like investing like a lot of money, he can like put the cake in cake USDT or USDC or whatever, because I don't know what the fuck is happening to USDT, to be honest with you. Like, some centralized exchanges do not use it anymore. I don't know why. So yes, you can, like, there is the or maybe like just take cake. The idea is like to keep the maximum profit going. So if you have like a giant number of money into this liquidity pool, it generates a lot of cake. You can, instead of returning back and restaking, you can just take the cake and put it in cake staking. You would get a percentage of. So like, that's actually like very, very advanced uh, view of this stupid project. But this is the idea. Like, I personally find it uh, really nice. Mhm. Yeah, so yeah, and I forgot to mention actually that it would act, you need to like to create a MetaMask wallet, and you need to give the bot the private key. So you are risking here. You are putting risk. But the bot supposedly actually takes this private key and put it into the .inv file, and this file is actually like hidden even from the bot itself. I mean, it can execute using this bot. Sorry, I didn't mean even from the bot itself. I meant from Gemini itself. So you can actually like enter the private key using the file itself. You can tell Gemini to open the whole the .env file, and then you just enter it and save. Gemini would not actually see the private key at all, but the bot will. By the way, the bot is actually different than Gemini. If you are not into this stupid and pathetic AI crap. So yeah, the bot is actually on your machine. It is pre-programmed to do a specific task. As I mentioned, it is very trivial. It is very stupid. So you need to tell it exactly what to do. And I found that when you put a lot of pressure on it, like a lot of conditions, it gets a lot of errors. So it's better. So you better use like multiple bots and tell Gemini to keep track of them using a dashboard. So each bot should actually like have its own loops and variables, and they share with each other. So this bot like is responsible for executing and transactions and tracking the gas fees. This bot is responsible for calculating the stake amount. This bot is blah blah blah, like this. And I told it, yeah, one of the things that I saw it happening, it tried to get the price of WBTC and ETH and very strange things of CoinGecko, whatever it is called. I told it, no, you need to do everything on PancakeSwap. Get the prices on PancakeSwap, swap on PancakeSwap, and stake on PancakeSwap. And you should actually, like when you go, let me just show you because this is important. If you don't see the position opened in your liquidity pool, then the bot did not put it successfully. So you should actually like press on earn and then farm liquidity, and it would appear here. So if the bot is actually successful, you click my positions, it should appear here. As you can see, those are my positions that are closed, but everything should appear on your PancakeSwap dashboard. Yeah, if it doesn't appear for you here, and yeah, it's also I need to mention this. I also told the bot like to always write the liquidity pool, the position address on PancakeSwap, the URL on my dashboard. So any position, any staking that it opens, it should write me the URL. So when I click it, I go directly and check if it does exist or not. So if you like want it to be the safest, you should let it run for like 3 days or even more on small amount of money, and then if it suits you, then it's fine. If it doesn't, then yeah. But I think this is like the less risky situation, like other than like a lot of people like would tell you to make bots on Polymarket. Believe me, Polymarket is yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Anyways, I hope this was helpful, and peace out.